the mind. I mean, if we think about it, we have eyes, we have ears, nose, and so forth. So we have these sense organs. And they are constantly receiving stimuli from outside, which impinge on the sense organs and are picked up by the sense consciousness. That's automatic, if there is consciousness. But then, all that data is taken and interpreted by our mental consciousness, isn't it? If we had no consciousness, then even though we have ears and nose and eyes, it would have no input. We would be unconscious. So as long as we are conscious, we are constantly being flooded by all this input from outside, which is then processed by the mind, by this computer in the brain. So it's very difficult for us actually just to perceive something, for example, and simply perceive it. Because the next moment, the mind clicks in to analyze it, sort it out, name it, decide whether we like it or we don't like it, how it fits in with our preconceived notions of that object. So it's very difficult to see the thing in itself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because as soon as we see it, we have thoughts about it, like the flowers, So then I see the flowers, first there's that sensory input, flowers. Then the mind names it, right? Flowers. And then it gets specific. Well, I can see the roses, I don't know what those are called. Do we like the arrangement? Don't we like the arrangement? Comparing it with other arrangements. Deciding whether we like those kind of flowers or don't like those kind of flowers. It all just floods in immediately. So it's very difficult for us to see the thing in itself, but the other thing is that when we think about things, we believe our thoughts, our opinions, our judgments. We think they're true because we're thinking them. And it doesn't matter that maybe last year's thoughts and ideas, are very different from this year's thoughts and ideas. Last year, maybe we were mistaken, but now we know. I mean, look at fashion. The ridiculous things that we have been forced to wear over the years. But every time, people think this is the height of cool. It doesn't matter what it is, And then a few years later, you look at it and think, my God, did I really wear that? But at the time, we thought, this is beautiful, right? I mean, this is a very obvious way in which, at the time, we believe in our opinions, and then a little while later, our opinions completely change. But we never think that, therefore, the opinions we have at the moment are also going to be subject to revision. Whatever we're thinking right now, we think this is how it's always going to be. Anyway, the point is that everything which we receive from the outside, we immediately take and think about. And the thinking about is the thoughts. Right? So everything which we can know from the outside, we can only know because we think, because there is consciousness. But also inside, we are constantly talking to ourselves. Basically, we never stop. There is an inner commentary going on the whole time. Normally, because we're just flowing along with that, we're not even conscious of how much noise there is going on inside. As I said on Thursday, it's like having a television full blast in our heads the whole time, and we don't know how to turn the volume down or to speak or switch it off. And so we have this program playing inside our minds the whole time, and like a bad TV channel, it's always showing reruns. We become really conscious of this when we start to look, because really our minds very rarely think anything original. They're always just rechurning the same old stuff, whether it's true or whether it's untrue. Our commentaries, our memories, our ideas, our opinions, our judgments, endlessly rechurning themselves over and over and over. For sometimes when people start to look at the mind, one of the things which discourages them is that the mind is so boring. At first it's very interesting, but after a while you see it's the same old rubbish coming back again and again and again. We are very unoriginal usually in our thinking. But the point is that we live in our minds. Both our external absorptions through the senses, and then the inner working of the mental consciousness, it goes on continually. This is the world we live in. We think we live in Australia, we think we live in Melbourne, we think we live in our houses, we think we live in our bodies. But where we really live, even when we're asleep and unconscious of our bodies, is our mind. And so, although we pay tremendous attention to outer beautification and cleanliness, we keep our streets clean, and we try to, build nice buildings and have big parks and plant lots of trees and flowers to make it beautiful. And then our houses, we spend a lot of time and money and attention on our houses, and making them beautiful and decorating them nicely, and bringing in nice ornaments and pictures, and keeping them very clean and nice, so that they're pleasant places to live in. We spend so much time and energy and money on our house or our apartment.